Hello, so today's video is actually not quite step 2 in increasing your focus. My other video did talk about step 1, and that would imply that this would be step 2, but I actually got several emails, about 4 or 5, from viewers who were concerned about pretty much the same issue, and so I thought I would have kind of an intermediate step video here to address what probably is going on for most of you who are thinking about trying to, hone your focus, really make some steps forward in the direction that you want to go. So what everybody said somehow involved the idea of having difficulty saying no. The last video I made was about, what you need to get rid of, what has to where in your life can you pare down your commitments, your activities, whatever it is, in order for you to focus more. That really is the first step. So what people were emailing me is, well, I feel bad because I committed to doing something and I don't know how to say no to that. Or, my kids, I have 2, 3, 4 kids and they're all involved in so many things and I just don't know how to, to pare that down. And what I'll tell you, and this is, I kind of feel like I'm delivering a little bit of tough love here. So, in the pop psychology literature, I guess that's what they call it, tough love. You still have to do it. You must say no. If you do not set your boundaries around your time, attention, energy, there is not one person in this known universe who will do it for you. Most of you are waiting for somebody else to stop making demands on you or requests of you for you to stop having too much to do. Guess what? It ain't gonna happen, all right? No one's gonna stop making requests of you, especially if you follow through with them. If you do what people ask you to do, they're gonna keep coming back to you and asking you to do it more. I mean, this is just human psychology 101, all right? You're reinforcing, they're asking you. So, if you want to really focus on the things that are most important to you, to make the changes that are most critical towards your ultimate happiness and contentment in your life, you must learn the skill of saying no. Here's the deal. It's not going to feel comfortable. You're not going to like saying no. In fact, in many ways, it's going to feel uncomfortable and really wrong for you to say no. The reason it's going to feel wrong for you is because you have not done it before. And so your brain is sending signals to you, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, because it's so different from the way you've been doing things. You must override those feelings. Do not pay attention to them, because those feelings are all meant to pull you back into your old habits, which is just overextending yourself, saying yes to things that you don't really have time to do, and not honoring the things that are most important to you in the process. So all I can tell you is that when you start the process of saying no, it's going to be hard. There's no two ways about it. You're generating new habits and a new style of life. It's not going to happen easily. It's not going to be effortless. You're going to have to do some things that you've not done before, and you're going to have to do things that are going to feel uncomfortable. I wish that there were an easier way to go about this, but there really isn't. What I can tell you is that it's worth it, that your ability to push through and make these changes even when you don't feel like it, and you're getting strong signals, no, go back to the way you were. That's where your power is developed. That's where your willpower really, really gets focused and honed. And it's an exciting time, and yet it's going to feel scary at times too, because it's going to be very different, but it is so worthwhile. And here's a kind of a side effect of learning to say no more frequently. Your yeses will mean so much more, both to you and to the people that you choose to say yes to, when you're saying no. If you say yes to everything, then people don't really value your participation quite as much. It's just kind of, you do everything. So why would any one particular thing be special? But when you start saying no, and you start saying, that's not where I want to put my time, attention, energy. I do want to put it over here. And then you do say yes to somebody, Wow, that's a very powerful and meaningful message that you sent to that organization, that person, that neighbor, whatever the case is. In terms of your kids, if your kids are overscheduled, then they are overscheduled. And that means that you have to learn how to teach them to say no. Sure, it'd be great if we could just do whatever we wanted to do. Whatever option was available to us that we really wanted to do, we could just do it. Guess what? That's not how life is, and that's not how things get done. It really isn't. You're teaching your kids to be too scattered, and at your expense, and ultimately at their expense, because you're not teaching them a stop mechanism, how to develop that stop mechanism within themselves, to be able to say, yeah, you know what, I'd really love to be able to do that, but I just don't have the time, and it's not good for me to spread myself that thin. Now's the time to teach our kids that. You're probably so caught up in this belief that, oh, we need to expose our kids to all of these options and all of these opportunities. There's so many wonderful opportunities out there for them. They're going to be out there for the rest of their lives. It's much more important that you teach your children how to achieve, how to focus, and how to succeed. And that only happens when you focus. That doesn't happen when they're sleep deprived because they're overextended, and it doesn't happen when certain things fall by the wayside because they're prioritizing other things, which naturally happens when you're overextended, and you're miserable. So none of these things actually lead up to successful lives. And I would argue that being a more effective parent is teaching your kids, you know what, look, you're going to have to choose. And it's for the best functioning of the family as well. So, it's a tough message to deliver to you. I know it's not what you want to hear, and I apologize for that, except to tell you that this will ultimately be in everybody's best interest, including your own and your families, including your children. They're going to watch you be very focused and actually make accomplishments along the way. And, that's a great feeling. Not only is it a great feeling, but you're going to improve the station of your family's lives in the process. So learn how to say no. Practice saying no. It will get easier with time, but it's not going to be easy in the short term. You have to do it anyway. As always, send me an email. I want to hear your feedback. I want to know, where you're having trouble with, so that I can provide the best information in these video commentaries for you. I do look forward to talking to you the next time.